Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I've been really meaning to get to these type of videos for a while now, but I wanted to make sure that I built up enough credibility, enough experience to really warrant these type of videos. There are a ton of influencers out there. Best hikes in San Diego, Torrey Pines, Mission Trails. Let's start off with this. The reason you should trust my judgment is that I have over 50 trail guides in SoCal already up on my YouTube channel, with a lot more in the pipeline for this year. And that's just trails that I've done guides for. I started hiking well before I started doing these video guides. The last thing to note is for the 5 best hikes in San Diego, the only rule here is that it cannot be an urban hike.
Why?
I always get somebody comes out and says, "You don't like Mission Trails? What's wrong with 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐷 Mountain? I see it on all sorts of things that it's the best hike in San Diego." Best hike in San Diego. Okay, moving on. Coming in at number 5, we have Corte Madera, also known as San Diego's Half Dome. I put out this trail guide in December last year. It's already been one of the more popular ones since then, and this hike is absolutely beautiful. About 7 miles, 1,500 feet elevation, out and back trail, so you do get a good workout doing this hike. It's long enough, it's tall enough, and when you get up there and you overlook the forest, the Cleveland National Forest, Cuyamaca on one side, the forest on the other, you can even see the city far away. Those views are why I hike and why I love photography. Corte Madera should definitely be on your list of peaks to check out in San Diego. It is an absolutely beautiful and fantastic hike. If you want to learn more about it, as with all these videos, make sure you check out that trail guide on my YouTube channel or on my website. Alrighty, switching gears to number 4. It's the combination of Boucher Trail and Scott's Cabin Loop in Palomar Mountain. Palomar Mountain is the closest thing to the Sierras we have in San Diego. It is a little bit of a drive, but being up there does not disappoint. Now there's a lot of different trails. I've done some like this is the easiest trail here. And the one important thing you have to note about Palomar Mountain is that it has a ton of short trails. So you can go for whatever you want. You can go and do 2 miles, go home, or you can connect a bunch of different trails and end up doing an 8 to 10 mile hike in one day. Specifically here, we're talking about 3.5 miles, 800 feet elevation gain. It is a loop trail, Boucher Trail and Scott's Cabin. Boucher Trail takes you to the top. It has magnificent views, as I pulled up here. The fire tower overlooks Palma Valley, equally stunning sights, northwest, southeast, Santiago Peak, Cuyamaca Peak, the Pacific Ocean, Coronado Islands. You can see so much from there. So you'd hike up there and then you loop it all the way back to Scott's Cabin. And Scott's Cabin is really the part of Palomar that really feels like you're walking in the forest, in a meadow. You got these big trees giving you that shade, especially around the summertime. Absolutely fantastic place, and I love the combination of these two trails up at Palomar Mountain. Number 3, Cuyamaca Peak. You can do either the Lookout Fire Road or you can do the 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐿 Loop, which makes it closer to 8 miles. The Lookout Fire Road is about 5.5. This is definitely enough elevation to give you a good workout, especially if you do the 8-mile variation of this. Cuyamaca Peak is the 2nd highest point in San Diego, and it has magnificent views west when you're up there. No matter what time of day, it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous being up there. Same sort of deal, you can even see the Pacific Ocean on a clear day. Would definitely recommend you put this on your list. Number 2, moving on to Mount Laguna, the sister on the other side, and it is Garnet Peak, either via the PCT, which is about 4 miles, or just Garnet Peak Trail, which is about 2 miles. I always recommend the Garnet Peak Trail if you're a photographer looking to photograph the sunrise or sunset, and if you're more of a hiker looking to enjoy the trail, do it via the PCT. Garnet Peak is an amazing spot for a lot of people in San Diego. It overlooks the desert on one side, the forest on the other, and I will tell you, when the light meets, what I mean by that is the sunrise or sunset, one's lit up, one's a little bit dark, vice versa. It is so stunning, so beautiful. It is a place that I've taken multiple hikers out to, and they're just blown away by how beautiful it is. Garnet Peak should definitely be on your list of hikes to check out in San Diego. And now the hardest one the hardest one because I'm placing it at number 1 and I go back and forth a lot. But my absolute favorite trail in San Diego is Stonewall Peak Trail. Stonewall Peak is about 4 miles, 800 feet elevation gained, out and back trail. This isn't an incredibly hard hike. You can make it a challenge. You can do the longer version via the cold stream. That's about 6 miles. But Stonewall Peak is just one of those trails that the first time I did it, I was hooked. I felt, it sounds a little dorky, but I felt like a connection to this spot in San Diego. Whatever you feel comfortable when you go up that rail, I like to climb on the rocks, sit down. The 360-degree views are amazing. So you have the South Forest, East, Mount Laguna, you can spot Monument Peak, Garnet Peak. You have more forest and meadow to the north, including the lake view from that elevation. It looks beautiful. And then to the west, you have Cuyamaca Peak. You can see the whole forest up to Cuyamaca Peak. Views on views on views, and it is not an incredibly challenging hike. This is by far my absolutely favorite trail in San Diego, and the reason I put it at number 1 is because I have been to this place so many times. So many. Look at my photos in this gallery. You'll see a lot of different visits. And every single time I think about going back to do it, there's no question. I'm like, yes, I want to. And that makes this hike number 1 on my list for San Diego. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Disagree with me? You want to put 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐷 on this list?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Disagree with me? Let me know. Drop a comment down below if you think I missed a hike that you absolutely love. You would like to hear what you have to say. So stay tuned for next week. And for more videos like this, I'll cover overrated hikes, underrated hikes, and much more around San Diego.